Welcome to another exciting episode of
ZoeTv.
ZoeTv.
And when you say exciting,
Yeah.
you nailed it today.
I did. I felt it. It felt good.
You know what? It's going to be a great show.
It's going to be a great show. It's always a great show.
So excited.
And we have had quite the lineup in the last, all summer. We've just been slotting in amazing testimony to life, to joy, to hope. And that's what it comes down to.
Yes. And can I do just a tiny bit of a dedication?
Yeah.
Okay. This show is for Mary. I met Mary this week, and she told me a very important lesson.
Okay.
She was an 8th grade teacher, and she said that sometimes I put myself down. Oh. Yes, and that's not good. It's okay to put you down.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
But she said, don't put myself down. And we both agreed on that.
That's cool.
And I'm going to work so hard at not putting myself down because I'm amazing.
It sounds like a stronghold of insignificance. I'm just saying, you got to let that go. The 4 hours. We're in a whole thing on knowing freedom.
This is what I work with, okay?
I'm not saying you're insignificant. I said it's a stronghold.
Yeah. Oh, of putting yourself down. Yes. And it's not good for your soul.
It was an injustice you had in life that created the. I'm going to get on a thing. We got to get to our Gavin.
I know, but
back of the room. We'll chat.
Thank you, therapist
We'll 4 hours this.
Okay.
Repent, receive, rebuke, replace. That's this. I've said too much, okay? I've said too much.
No, you've said just enough to.
I love it, though. I love it. I'm so excited
I'm joining your Bible study. Okay.
All right. So.
Yes.
We're going to go right to our guest.
I cannot wait.
Because we are already sitting at 24 minutes, and we need the extra 2 we already bantered about because she's amazing.
Sorry.
No, I love that you did that.
Okay.
Sally Ann Kraensel, we're going right to you because you, my lady, are new to campus.
New to campus.
Already involved in a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And already known as the lady from Hawaii.
Oh,
that's true.
Because we're all jealous.
We are all jealous.
And I left there voluntarily.
What?
All right, so Sally Ann, why don't we just open the door, let you kind of give a little of your backstory, where you're from, what you did, your life, and then we'll pepper you with questions.
Okay. And look how beautiful.
I know, she's unbelievable.
And her jewelry. Okay.
She's unbelievable.
All right.
Okay, my name was Sally Ann Hogan before I got married. I have a twin sister, poor thing, and I have an older sister, poor thing. Had a very typical childhood, except I was a little monster, I guess. I don't know.
Typical.
Typical.
Yeah.
Typical. But then we moved here to Arizona, and
from where?
from New York.
Okay.
From Belrose.
Okay.
That's out on Long Island.
Oh, Long Island.
Long
okay.
Island, yes. And my sister went away to boarding school because my parents didn't want her around people we were living with at the time because they had just moved and it wasn't a really good neighborhood. But anyway, we did that, went to school.
Where? Did you go to school here?
Okay, went to school at Creighton High School.
Okay, yes.
That's in Phoenix. I don't know if it still exists anymore.
It does.
Does it really?
Yes.
They got over me, yeah.
It's like 40th Street and something.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Right by the canal.
Yep.
And I don't know what I can tell you. I just, then from there, went to college. I dropped out of college because I discovered computers. Yeah, I was in love with my computer.
Oh, okay.
And met my husband, German, from Germany. Didn't speak any English, poor guy. He was trapped before he knew it. And then we moved to California, and I had a love affair with the computers. I don't think it was healthy.
No, I think, that's Bill Gates' story.
It was not a healthy, and I helped develop a lot of things like, not just me, but a whole bunch of us at that time, not even working together, like databases and being able to access one database with 27 different index files so you could do all kinds of reports, but one file that had information in it. So it was a wonderful time, but it sure took me away from God. It sure took me away from God. And let me see, from there, we moved to Hawaii.
So you made this slow progression from New York to Arizona to California
to
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Wait. And the computers, were those the ones that were in the computer was in the room, like gigantic?
My husband one time said to me, "It's me or the computer." It was in our bedroom. From the living room into the den and then into our bedroom.
Oh, wow.
He says, "It's me or the computer."
Okay.
I listened, honey.
Yes.
So where did you go in Hawaii first?
First, where did we go? We went to Makawao, and we rented a little house there, but it was very scary. There was something evil in that house. We had to get out. I'm very sensitive to things that I shouldn't be sensitive to. But anyway, we got out of there, and we moved to an apartment down this road and into this valley, and it was all beautiful trees and water. It was really, really nice. It was really nice. And what else can I tell you?
Well, from there, did you move to Maui? Is that what you
That's
said?
on Maui.
Oh,
That was
oh.
in Haiku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And-
Haiku is on the edge of the jungle.
Okay. And how many years ago was that?
33, 34.
Okay.
It's a long time.
Okay.
I hadn't met my family yet. I had met I've been adopted by 2 Hawaiian families.
So how does that process?
Well, I decided I had to do something besides computers, so I dropped the computers. Let them go.
Yep.
Okay.
I sent them back to the mainland, and I said, I'm not doing that anymore. And so then I had to do something. So I did one thing. I went to school to get my real estate license
Okay.
in a down market, best market for most real estate agents don't realize that. That's a much better market than when it's hot. But anyway, and at the same time, I discovered paddling. I paddled canoe for years. That's what happened to my shoulders. I pulled them out. But they were wonderful years. And my husband joined in for one race. And that was just, he'd come down and watch me, but he wouldn't get in the canoe anymore. I guess when the girls beat them, the girls beat the guys. No, he was so supportive of me. I miss him so much. And then I met my coach's name was Boogie Wainui,
Okay.
and his sister lived on Molokai. And her and I met, and it was love at first sight. Just loved that woman. She's quiet. She was we didn't know that. We were just coming over as guests. I wasn't adopted yet. And so when you're there as a guest, you do nothing. You're waited on hand and foot. It's kind of almost scary, but not enough scary not to do it.
Yes. Yes.
And her name was Judy, and her husband's name was Henry. And they, about a year after I met them, Boogie has always been my coach for paddling canoe. But she adopted 3 of us. The family did. Adopted 3 of us, and I was one of the lucky ones. And it was just a wonderful, I couldn't believe how wonderful it was until they hand me a broom, right?
So when you say adopt, do they literally bring you in their house?
We bring them, I go with the land.
Okay.
I can still go back there if I want to.
So their philosophy is you are with us now. This land is yours. You're in our family.
And it's called Hanide. You're Hanide. You're not. It doesn't go. They don't go through court over there. They give their babies to their aunts, their uncles, their nieces, their sisters, whatever, to raise, and then they have more babies. It's just a different way
It's like
of
a
life.
village. It's
It
the
is.
true.
I
love that.
It sounds too much like Hillary.
Oh.
I think it takes a parent to raise the children.
Well, yes, but honestly, the more people that love you, the better off, right?
Yep. But anyway, so I've been part of that family forever. Most of them have gone on to their reward, but there's still some left. Meanwhile, when I had trouble with my arms, and so my physical therapist suggested I go and take hula. So I found this little hula group at the senior center, and it was like a duck to water.
Oh,
Yes.
I was hooked.
Were you?
Absolutely hooked. And so,
Oh, can you give us some, can you show us?
my hands I can, but I can't move anymore.
Oh.
But that's why I'm here. That's part of the reason.
We're gonna
Okay.
get there.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
It's just fascinating.
It is fascinating. And her name was Lucky Cabral, was my first. Kumu is like a mentor, a leader, an influencer. She helps guide your life, not just in hula, but who you become.
Okay.
And I stayed with her for, I don't know, maybe a year or two, and then I went and I saw this show. And here was this woman, short woman, and here was her group dancing up at on the stage at the Kihei Center. And I was standing there, and I'm smiling and crying at the same time. I was so moved. And she came up, and I said, I cannot tell you how this is affecting me. And she says, well, just come join me. And so she took me into her, it's called a halau. She took me into her halau, and I've been with her ever since. So, and I also, at the same time, there was another kumu who's very famous on Maui, Uluvehi Guerrero. And I saw his show. In fact, it's the girl who got me here, Sylvia, she was visiting me, and I wanted to take her to see the other main kumu. He was booked, but there were a couple of seats open for Uluvehi Guerrero's show. So I took her there, and again, I'm smiling and crying because I knew I belonged there. And so I waited, went outside, and I found out where they practice and the times and whatever. And so I went down there the day of their practice, the first practice, and I had candy or something, like he needed candy, but I mean, I brought him something good. And he came walking down with his alakahi. His alakahi is the one who helps run the halau.
Okay.
Not the business side, but the dancing side. And so the two of them were walking down, and I popped out from behind the building, and I said, I loved your show. I said, I just want to be part of it so bad. And he just smiled. Okay, that's all he said. And he went in. And meanwhile, I'm outside looking in the window the whole hour. And I went down there the next week for a whole hour. The third week I went down there, he invited me to come in, but sit down and keep my mouth shut. You know, just come in and watch. And I did. And had another week of that. And then about the fifth or sixth week, he had me get up and join in. He made me earn it, though.
He made you earn it.
Yeah,
he wanted
he did.
to see if you're really
doing it.
Yeah.
So many people influence your life, and you don't even realize it at the time. And they don't realize it. I don't think he's ever realized how important he was to me. So that's how I got into hula, and then I.
Now wait, did your husband do any of this with you, or was he just a supporter on the?
Just a supporter.
Okay.
He didn't even want to try, and he had a beautiful body. He would have been a great sword dancer or fire dancer.
Yeah.
It wasn't in him. He was a German.
Okay, and what did he do in Hawaii?
What did he do? He had a business. On the mainland, he was a shipwright.
Okay.
He built boats.
Oh.
So he transferred into making furniture, specialty furniture, not just furniture, things like fireplaces with hidden drawers in it and customized stuff.
Yeah.
And he did all the big restaurants, and he was very successful,
Wow,
but he
that's
didn't
great.
want that dance. But
Yeah.
he would come with me to the shows. And from there, let me see. He died 11 years ago.
Okay.
It just changed my life. We had
Yeah.
you know what a hui is? A hui is a set of houses that we bought that were going to be what we retired in.
Okay.
I just couldn't. I lasted 1 year. 1 year and 1 day later, I got up and moved.
Because it was just.
I cried every night.
Oh.
I miss him. I still miss him. I still talk
Yes.
to him.
Good.
Yeah. And but that was the end of that part of my life. Then I opened up a new chapter in Kihei. So.
And Kihei is where?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Where we lived was right on the edge of the rainforest. It was in Makawao.
Okay.
And then you cross over into the dry side, and that's where Kihei is.
Okay.
And,
In Maui.
on
okay.
Maui. And then I would keep going back and forth to Molokai. But my kumu, which is Auntie Doll Aracaios, I became part of her. We didn't have a Hanai ceremony or anything, but I became a part of her family. I just, in fact, as they sent me a picture of my whole family over there, and a picture of Auntie Doll's husband, who I love dearly. He died, and the picture of me and Auntie Doll, and I'm going to have that blown up and put in
Oh,
my.
I would love to see that. I wish
I have it.
I wish you would have brought.
I have it.
Well, let's do this again and have her
Yeah, I
show
agree.
her Hawaii
I have
story.
I have all
We
my
would.
paddling and my hula and whatever. And I represented Maui in the Kapuna Internationals twice for 2 different kumus. I didn't win, but I was very proud. I was very proud.
You should be.
I was very proud. And let me see, what else can I tell you?
Well, let's talk through, you're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You've got bum shoulders.
Yep.
You have some knee stuff. You're going through with therapy. You do surgery. You do stuff. What made you leave all of that beautiful island to come back to the States and settle at Glencroft? I think that's what everybody watching is like, what happened?
All right, what happened is that every time, I had 3 or 4 surgeries, but every surgery they
On
did.
your shoulders? Or?
None on my shoulders.
Oh.
I should have had them on my shoulders 30 years ago.
So what did
What they
you?
did, they put me in physical therapy.
Right.
But the ball is out of the cup and sitting on top of it, and the ligaments are floating behind it like seaweed.
So what did they do? Surgery on your knees or
my knees, my
Okay.
feet. I had my gallbladder out, and then then what they wanted to do was they wanted to do spinal surgery.
Oh.
I said no, we're not doing that.
I don't blame you.
And then
That's
I started
scary.
thinking, what am I love my families, and I love my time there, but I was hurting all the time. And I
Right.
started taking, oxycodone. They said on my records I was taking OxyContin, which I've never taken in my life. But even the oxycodone was no. I took hydrocodone.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's Tylenol. It's not.
Yeah, one's Thailand. I don't know.
I gave the first. I did have oxycodone first, and I gave it to my sister because she took it because I saw things crawling out of the wall. So I
Yes.
didn't think it was for me.
Right.
And then I decided, well, I got to do something. And then I decided I'm going to come back and see my sister who lives up in Pine. And then we came here, and I walked on this campus, and I just knew. I'm very intuitive. I really am, and I knew I was going to end up here, no matter what trench I had to crawl
What do
out
you
of.
think that intuition was telling you about Glencroft? What
That I
was
belonged here.
that you
I
needed
personally,
to be here?
I needed to be here.
Now, wait. When was this?
This was last summer. I'm
So-
trying to think. No, it was earlier this year because Sylvia, who lives in the Casitas, is my childhood friend from 3rd grade.
I
Resnick-
love that. Okay, wait. So 11 years ago, your husband died.
He died.
And so for 11 years, you stayed
Yeah.
and tried to make it. And then you knew. So what did you find out about Glencroft that drew you before you had the intuition?
It was Christ-based.
Okay.
That I knew because Sylvia told me.
Okay,
and
so-
and the people I talked to said that.
Christ-based.
And Zoe.
And
Yes.
did you know about ZoeLife?
No.
Where you could get, okay,
Didn't
but.
know any of that.
Okay.
I just knew that there was this pull, and so I went back to Maui, and I started packing. I knew I was. My children weren't always behind me on. They wanted me to move here, but they wanted me to do it differently. But
Now,
that's
where
okay.
do your children live?
One lives half the time in St. Louis, and they're moving half the time to Tampa.
Okay.
Hurricane City.
Yes,
Yeah, mhm.
yes.
And my twin sister lives up in Pine. I have one daughter who lives in California, and one daughter who lives on Maui.
Okay.
And she's a very successful businesswoman.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all daughters.
And I have a Hanai daughter.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
I keep telling my children. She gave us 4 grandsons,
Oh,
which is more than I can say for my kids.
yes.
I have my heart is my granddaughter,
Oh.
and then but my love of my life is my grandson. So I have 1 grandson and 1 granddaughter from 2 of my kids, to my children, and then I have a Leah, who lives in South Carolina, or is it North Carolina? I
You
don't
have
know.
a lot of loves in your life. Yeah. So you came to campus. You felt like I need to be here.
I need to be here.
And you just knew that based on the faith-based campus.
That was the
and
number one thing.
Did
But
not.
you did kind of have an idea what we were doing wellness-wise.
Yes, I didn't understand what the program was, but I knew you had programs here.
Right.
And then I heard about this neuropathy with nerve damage, which is what I have. You can attest to see me. You ought to see me in the pool, and everybody's doing this, and I'm doing
Oh, bless your heart. Okay.
But that's only the first week. We'll see it on the 6th
So when
week.
you literally, she got on campus as this group is being formed. And so we were told through residents, Adele, very certain that she had met. You get her in. She came here to live, to get better, and for this program.
That's right. In my last move, I might go back to visit my families, but this is my home base.
Okay, and so Sylvia,
Sylvia.
that lives in,
Casitas.
okay.
Number.
Now, so you knew that before coming here?
Yes, I met her. I mean, because I came here to see her.
Okay, so you've stayed in touch with a friend since third?
Oh, yeah.
I love...
grade school friends mostly, because I went to 4 different high schools, so.
Okay.
Yeah, but the grade school ones. And
That is...
especially Sylvia.
You know, we've had a couple stories like that, and how fun to reconnect.
She introduced me to my first fiance, so she gets a special place here.
Oh, well, and it's nice
But
to
he wasn't
come...
Christian, that's why I didn't marry him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up in a Christian...
I'm Catholic, yes.
Okay, and I love that you've reconnected with a friend, so you didn't have to come here all by yourself.
No, but I would have.
You would have. You were told to come, and you
I
were
was told to
obedient
come.
to that.
Okay.
Absolutely. I was definitely,
And then-
I knew.
So tell us, maybe this is what you're going to ask,
Go.
but tell us how Zoe Life has changed your life, because I know it changes lives
Because
here.
Satan, I'm telling you, he does not want me here. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Getting my money transferred, having somebody pay my. I thought my daughters were paying my. They have my credit card numbers. I thought they were paying my monthly bills. Just everything. Change of address. Now I'm in my second change of address from my original one, and I still don't know how to fill out the form because it just has one place to say name and address. Is that old one or new one? But anyway, I'm telling you, it's everything. And I got into an apartment which is for the assisted living, and I don't need assisted living. And I just couldn't see staying there.
Yeah.
Number one, I looked out onto a blank wall, and Dorothea was gone when I got here.
Oh.
When she came back, she did her magic.
Don't you love her?
I love her.
So now, where are you moving on campus?
I'm moving to the Casitas, right down from my best friend. She's
Good.
in number
That's
18.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
in number 13.
In
Okay.
the beginning of August, you're making that move.
August 4th, and I'm packed.
Man, okay,
Well, that's
so
a good day to have to move.
you jumped in right into
Right
the deep
in.
end with programming with neuropathy.
Well, the thing is, I went over and I told who was with me. Somebody. I don't think it was Eunice. I don't know who it was. I was just so excited to be here. But I met either you or Mark or somebody you guys work with, and I said I want to be in this program. I said I need to be in this program, and you said we'll try.
Because we're on a waiting list, right?
I know.
We'll try. That's the best we could offer.
It's the best we could offer. I did have my pistol. I'm from Arizona. But as God would have it, I was accepted. And then somebody, I'm not going to say stole, I'm going to say saw this black notebook. I had come off the bus I went on the shopping bus immediately. And when I was coming off, I dropped that black book that had everything in it. All my notes, all my numbers, everything. And I told the security guard, he said, I said, I saw it. He says, I'm doing something. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to go out and get it, and I'm going to bring it to you. Well, I got a phone call. It's gone. So I put a note. That's all right.
It's the enemy again,
So
though.
let's say,
That's Satan again.
if you have a black notebook,
Yep.
return it.
I did. I put a big note up on the security office.
Just saying it out there.
But
No, I
what
didn't.
losing that notebook meant what on the program? You missed the first meeting,
I missed the first meeting.
Okay.
And I thought they were going to throw me out.
and I didn't know what was going on, so I'm reaching out to her.
Adele.
Is she in or is she out? Because I didn't know your passion yet. And it
Adele.
was strictly that. She's been at every single thing. She wouldn't miss. I mean, we have had a first week
Yeah.
that has been really good.
I dropped all my medication except my Bella.
You got the gabapentin.
Yeah, gabapentin. The only thing I'm
Okay.
taking. Yeah.
I am so proud of you. And I want to use this 1 second to say on August 4th is our first food pantry again.
Yes.
That was nice. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
do you know about that?
I saw that.
Wait till you come in. We offer fresh fruits, vegetables.
Really?
Amazing things, all free. We've raised the money for it. You've got to come in.
Well, I'm going to have a kitchen. Right now, I have a refrigerator, no freezer.
I know,
You're going to have a
And
real
a
kitchen.
microwave.
You're going to want it. It's free.
I'm
it's
a
like
cook. I love to
shopping.
cook.
Okay. So I just want to plug
Oh,
August
cool.
4th.
Do you guys know Linda Allo? She ran the auction here for a long time.
Oh, that was before our time, but
Oh,
that was
before your
a
time.
big deal.
Yeah, she was part of that. That's my niece. Well,
Oh.
not really, but I call her my niece.
I
mean,
love your connections to
Yeah.
Glencroft. You are meant to be here.
I didn't know she was part of this.
Really?
Did not know.
Oh my goodness.
My
Okay.
twin sister.
And I'm going to tell you a little plug for this guy. You are going to be unbelievably surprised at the results you'll see. He
No.
will make sure of it.
You know what? I already feel it. I don't have a scooter. Don't have a wheelchair. I only have my walker.
Good
And
job.
in my apartment, I don't even use that. In the morning, nothing works. I mean, but after I oil up the joints for like a half hour, I'm good to go.
Yeah, and it's not bad to use it because you don't want to fall. But
No, outside of my place, I do.
Good.
But my first clue was I got this little thing that you wear,
right,
but it only works while you're in your apartment.
it should
Should be all
it
over
should
again.
work everywhere.
No. I was in assisted
Oh,
living.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
So
okay.
You
I,
got a different
so
one.
I called him. I said, "What good is this? I'm never home."
Yeah.
So he said, "Well, you're not supposed to leave without somebody to take you." I said, "What?"
Yeah.
Well, my alarm went off last week sometime, and it took somebody 40 minutes to get there.
Okay.
No,
Well,
it was in the middle of the night. I mean, it was.
yes,
Yeah.
that will change when you get into.
Well-
I'm excited you're moving in the courts. I mean,
Oh, me too.
I love every area on campus, but for you to be able to cook and do what you
Oh,
want to do
yeah.
and have that, it's going to be amazing. We blew through this half hour.
Oh.
We're going to get you back, but what we'll do is at the end of the program, coming off of the end of neuropathy after your test, we'll bring you
Yes.
back.
Okay.
We'll kind of do a recap of what happened. How's the 6 weeks? Where are we at now? I think we're doing that with some of these that are just starting, but you are special. I mean, you've got
Special ed is what my kids say.
No, I'm
you've
so
got an
happy
amazing
you're here.
heart, and you're just
thank
going to be
you.
a great add to this campus.
Well,
100%.
yeah, I tell you,
tell
you and Mark
already.
have taken such good care of me. I mean,
Well, that's what we love to do.
They're
That's why we're
all
here.
amazing down
I
there.
tried to get in the pool yesterday by myself, and Mark was sitting there watching me. He couldn't stand it anymore. He went and put me in the chair, right?
Yes.
But everybody else was doing their thing because they
That's
have
why we
arms.
got the chair.
Yeah,
'Cause
no
use
doubt.
it.
All right, amazing. We got a lot of work to do.
Okay.
All right, let's go do the drums right now. I know we gotta go.